some of you out there might be familiar with a website called Signalfire. Now, this website has been a huge news collection service. Essentially, they go out and they find all the pertinent news stories regarding revolutions in countries around the world and statements by communist parties in the first world, reblog them as a one news source where you can get everything from them. Essentially, the site was guerrilla porn. You just anything that's like fetishizing third world movements with pictures and statements and stuff like that with nothing critical. Like there was no real substance there. It was just a reblogging service. Well, the editor who ran it has now decided that he's going to quit. He's going to stop doing it. But his reasons are very interesting, and I think his reasons are actually very good. Western Maoism, on the other hand, is simply irrelevant. And the sooner people realize this, the sooner we can begin developing a communist politics which relates to the 21st century reality. Nor is this exclusive to Maoism. Regurgitating the sectarian platitudes of anarchism, Trotskyism, or Stalinism in whatever variant and however intellectually sophisticated a form has little to offer with an apocalyptic future, which none of these prophets expected. There is no easy alternative answer, simply the necessity of systematic and rigorous theoretical work beginning from the basic materialist premise and united with the modest and serious intervention in social reality. Well, he's absolutely correct. In fact, this is something that I was saying 3 years ago, maybe even 4 years ago. This is something that the LLCO and MIM were saying over 10 years ago. But it's very interesting that now he's come to that realization. He now knows, how bad things really are, and I would applaud him for that, because that's an important point that a lot of people really do need to make. Now, he has a whole post, and that's just one paragraph from it, so I suggest you go there, read the rest of it, and understand the full context of everything that he's saying. But I find it interesting that now we're seeing groups starting to say things like this now that I was saying 3 years ago. But he's right. There has to be a new way of thinking of Marxism. And I'm glad that he's come to that realization. But it really does remind me of a quote that the leading leader, Prairie Fire, did have. He said something along the lines, because I can't remember the exact thing right now. Sooner or later, they're going to come over to our side, one way or another. And it's just a matter of whether they're going to cooperate towards building a better socialism, or they're just going to degenerate into liberalism. And that's the question that still remains to be seen. And that's the question that still needs to be settled. Thank you for watching. Won't you go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media. And if you want, you can head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you could head over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.